2025 is right around the corner and a new bullet journal is arriving for the new year. So I'm going to share with you 50 different themes to try in your bullet journal for next year. Hi, my name is Kat. I make bullet journal content as well as studio vlogs, pen pal with me videos, and I have a stationery shop. And if you'd like that type of content, I would love to have you here as a subscriber to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about different themes that you can do in your bullet journal that I did in my bullet journal throughout the years. I have been a bullet journalist since 2017, and so since then I've been doing a lot of different bullet journal themes in my bullet journals, and today I'm going to share 50 of them with you in this video. We're going to flip through my old bullet journals so I can share with you the themes that I did and hopefully give you some inspiration for the new year. I'm going to start with October 2018, which is autumn, leaves, and animals. And the good thing about showing you my past themes is that you can actually see the theme that I did, but how I incorporated with different weekly layouts, monthly layouts, and other type of pages for this particular theme. So this was the cover page that I did. I actually used watercolors, and this was actually the first bullet journal theme that I posted on my bullet journal YouTube channel. I used a lot of watercolors in this setup, and this was actually my first video on my channel ever, and it's still up if you want to see. And all of the themes that I'm showing you in this video are going to be linked down below as my bullet journal setup videos, so you can actually see the whole setting up of the theme if you're interested. But I did autumn, leaves, and animals, and I really enjoyed using different elements. And I was learning calligraphy at this time, but I did like a mini monthly calendar here, and I had some events and goals on the side. And I made sure to add some branches with leaves all around the page, and I also played around with little doodles and washi tape. And we had an expense tracker and an autumn shopping page, and as you can see I also incorporated the titles with different autumn things to kind of bring the theme a little bit together. This was a big habit tracker that I did, and I used the main colors for the different headers. And this is my mood tracker for October, and because I was missing a page before my weekly spreads, I just did a quote page related to autumn. And fun fact, this is one of my most liked pictures on Instagram because I posted it and it was a hit back in 2018. But I really enjoyed how the monthly theme incorporated with the mood tracker, and you can see that different leaves have different colors because of the different shades of brown and orange that I use for this theme. And these were my weekly spreads, and at this time I was doing just the same layout for all of them because it was easier for me at the time. But this is how I did them, and I always did a little doodle at the bottom, and this was just like a banner to divide the days, but that actually included the days of the week. And then I did a little quote at the end of the theme to just close the chapter. Next theme idea is for November 2018, and it's basically a watercolor. For this theme I choose blue, but you can choose any color and do this theme at various times throughout the year. You can use red watercolor for like a December theme for Christmas, or maybe yellow for a more spring-y theme, or green or pink, whatever color you want, and just play around with watercolors to make this theme. You can watch my bullet journal setup on this theme, but I actually used water, Tombow brush pens for the ink, and plastic bags to just do these effects on the page. I have my November gratitude here and calendar, and my mood tracker is also bubbles because it was the same thing as watercolors. It was like this only thing that I wanted to do for my mood tracker. This is a huge habit tracker, and I don't know if you can see, but my letters are also made with watercolor. So I did some faux calligraphy with fine liners, and I painted the inside with watercolors. This was my weekly spread. I made sure to just do something very simple for my weekly spread, and I included a blob of watercolor at the background of anything that didn't really have a background in itself. So that's what I did for the calendar up there, and I was always adding quotes in the weekly spread. These are pre-set up weekly spreads, but I'm just going to give you some examples later of weekly spreads that I was just rolling weekly spreads that I was doing. A very simple minimalistic theme, but that with different colors can look amazing. Next up, this is one of my favorites, and it's for December 2018, and this theme was Stranger Things, but I'm going to recommend you to try to do your favorite TV show as a bullet journal theme. So I did Stranger Things, and I have one of my bullet journal friends doing it for Friends, the TV show. I did Stranger Things because this was when the first season came up and I was obsessed with it. So this is what I did, and I incorporated a bunch of quotes from the show on my setup, as well as some pictures. And the fun thing about doing your favorite TV show into a bullet journal theme is that you can incorporate different things from the show into your bullet journal and into your layouts. So for my habit tracker, I did the Egos that 11 loved, and for my mood tracker, I actually did the lights that Joyce put up on the wall to talk to Will. But for my tracker, it is numbers and it's not letters, but this was just for me to track my mood. Then I had more pictures here. And for my weekly spreads, I again did a lot of quotes, but I also included some light bulbs with the day of the week for the little weekly spreads, little squares. Next up we have February 2019, and this theme is just sakura flowers. February is normally a month where a lot of people do flowers for their monthly theme, and in 2019 it was the theme that it was the most popular, so I did that as well. But I had a lot of fun doing some little sakura flowers in pink with the black of the fine liner that I was using into my theme. And so I created these flowers with Crayola super tips, and it was just so pretty. I did a habit tracker and a study tracker here, and I only used one marker. And this is the fun thing, with bullet journal you don't have to have a lot of pens. I was just literally using a box of 50 Crayola super tips, and I used one marker here and one fine liner. Here I did a mood tracker as well, which the more petals the flowers had, the better was my mood. And this is another fun way to do a mood tracker. You don't have to actually have different colors for mood. You can do different shapes of things related to your theme. And I had a lot of fun making this mood tracker. Then we have a self-care page here. And these were my weekly spreads. And these are similar to the October ones that I just showed you. But they are a little bit different, as you can see. You can do the same weekly spread over and over again for the same month. Bullet journaling is just to make you productive, not to give you a lot of hard work. So that is exactly what I was doing back in 2019. Next theme idea is bees and honeycombs. This was a very fun theme that I saw on Pinterest and I had to recreate. So I just drew a bunch of honeycombs on the page, but I also drew some bees flying around the page, and it was really fun to just play around with different tones of orange and yellow to create this theme. So I did a big calendar, and I made sure to do everything centralized on the page so I can do the honeycombs near the edges of the bullet journal. Mood tracker, habit tracker. This mood tracker didn't really work out as I wanted to because I couldn't blend the colors properly, but it's fun to test out different things. The habit tracker worked out perfectly. Expenses, study tracker, my weekly spreads. These weekly spreads are extremely minimalist. Just because I have a lot of doodles around it doesn't mean that it's hardworking, and it was actually not. But I had the important stuff in the middle and the title here in a little calendar and some doodles around it, and it's just simple and easy to do, and it looks so cute. Next theme idea is to pick up a color and a flower and to just do a theme around it. This was the theme for July 2019, and I just learned how to do these line art flowers that I still love to this day. And I chose a very periwinkle color of blue, and I just roll with it. I needed a very simple and beautiful theme for July, so I chose this design of flowers and this color, and I did a very minimalistic theme. And I actually did a calendar with the corners a bit rounded, which is not normal for me, and I just used a fine liner and a tumble tool brush pen for this theme. But I had a lot of fun and it looked really pretty. I really like these flower designs. I should do more of these in my actual bullet journal, but this is one of my favorite themes of this year, and it's extremely simple, and you can do with pinks or yellows and maybe sunflowers or roses. You can play around with this theme a lot in different variations. My weekly spreads were a bit more minimal this time, and I was just doing 7 boxes instead of the normal 8, and I used the space that was left just for different doodles, and I was alternating it depending on the weekly spread. Now this is another variation of pink flowers, and it's for February 2020. Again, February was pink flowers month, and I just did flowers in these little jars. And I played a lot with washi tape and my Tombow dual brush pen in pink to just make this pretty theme. It's very minimalistic and simple to do, but I feel like the calligraphy for the titles and the little flowers really add to it. And I used some washi tape here and there, but I didn't do a bunch of doodles, and that's what a minimalistic but pretty theme should look like. I even played with Dutch doors in this theme, even though I don't really like Dutch doors anymore. But yeah, a very simple and pretty theme for February. This is another example of a pretty minimalistic theme, which is for April 2020, and it's green leaves. This theme was one of my favorites at the time because I just used a couple of pens and designs of pretty leaves, very simple leaves to draw, and I played around with different shades of greens and washi tapes that I had, and I created this beautiful theme. So I did a big calendar with the little days in here, and I just added some leaves here on the sides. And another thing that I used to do a lot is to highlight every other line. Even though it's just a simple theme, you can never go wrong with highlighting every other line on your spread. So this is what I was doing for this theme. I did individual habit trackers here, a brain dump page that I also have a video on my channel about if you would like to know how to work with a brain dump page. My weekly spreads, these were vertical ones, but I feel like at the time it made sense for me to just do vertical weekly spreads. I needed a change, and sometimes just doing this little change in your bullet journal helps a lot. So this is what I was doing for February. And then I changed layouts again, and I added an event section on the side and just the daily logs here and a task section as well. Next theme idea is lemons on tiles. This is actually a very fun theme that I saw on Pinterest and that I had to recreate for August. I basically like to search for 2 colors that work really well together and that I can create a theme based on that. And I saw that yellow and blue were really popular on Pinterest at the time, so I did lemons and blue tiles for my August theme. I have a video of this bullet journal setup and how I created the little lemons, so both are going to be available in the description box below. But again, I did the little lines here on the side, alternating between blue and yellow. I added some white highlights to the letters and some gradient effects to make them more look like water basically. And I played a lot with some bold lettering in the yellow and the blue. And even though this theme is a bit on the simple and block side, I really like how it turned out as a summer theme because it looks really cute, and you can even do this with like grass and strawberries or oranges, or maybe like brown tablecloths with maybe like lemons as well. You can play along with different colors and themes that go well together and create a very pretty theme. My expense tracker and my currently page, and I was also using some washi tapes here and there. And for bigger themes like this, you don't have to use a lot of washi tape, and that's sometimes what I like to use for simpler themes. And these were my weekly spreads. And at this time, I just didn't add more lemons than I wanted to, just when I wanted to take pictures for Instagram. And then I have this huge habit tracker that I did because I really needed to get my life back on track. Next theme is for October 2020, and I call this theme Harry Potter inspired, even though this is not really Harry Potter, but it has a lot of browns and black because it's like a mysterious vintage theme, but it's giving me Harry Potter vibes, so that's what I'm calling it. And I actually use like a little tag here for the title and some stamps. I played a lot with the little designs, and I only kept the headers busy with paper. The rest is just really simple. I did a circular mood tracker, a huge habit tracker again, because I really liked the one that I did for August, so I did again for October. some thoughts and expense trackers, my weekly spreads. This theme is extremely minimal, but if you just need a minimal theme to work in your bullet journal, it doesn't hurt anyone to do a simple theme every once in a while. And then I changed my weekly spreads a little bit just to have fun with it. I didn't really like how they turned out, and the pages started to crumble a little bit because of all the papers, so live and learn, make mistakes in your bullet journal, but learn with them. Next theme idea is grunge, and I did this for November 2020. I love this theme. If you know my aesthetic personally, I use a lot of alternative clothing and like mini skirts in black and some chains and these socks and these boots. So I really like this type of aesthetic in my bullet journal. And in this one, I went heavy with it. I did a bunch of grids. I used block letters as stickers for my headers. I printed a bunch of black and white pictures. I played a lot with different grays and quotes, a bunch of washi tape. It was a lot, but I really love this theme. And you can do this monochromatic theme with other colors as well, but this one is just grunge, pure and simple, and I really like how it turned out. And if you like that type of thing and alternative rock music and such, this is a perfect theme for you to try next year. You can also do this with like pink or yellow or blue or whatever color you want, and just do a simple theme that is just one color and not multiple colors. And this doesn't have like a specific element. The only thing that keeps consistent are the photos and the titles, and that was about it. Super simple to do, but really heavy, and I really like this theme a lot. Next theme is women, and I did it for March 2021 because March 8 is Women's Day, and I really enjoyed incorporating the different skin tones and women body shapes into my bullet journal to really create that simple and delicate theme in my bullet journal. So I believe I used one or two Tombow dual brush pens, and I used a bunch of pictures from Pinterest and other stickers that I have laying around, and my Fumimo printer to just print these black and white colors. And I basically used a lot of different brown shades and beiges to just make this theme look like a skin tone. So we have darker brown and some beige and some light, very light pinks, but the predominant color is light brown. And I really loved this theme so much because I was celebrating women in different shapes and forms, but it was also creating a very minimalistic yet full of life theme. This is one of my favorite yet minimal themes that I have in here. The next theme idea is koi fish in ponds, and this is the theme that I love the most. This is probably my top 3 themes in my bullet journal ever, because there's a bunch of koi fish swimming, but there's a lot of water in here, and this theme it's more on the advanced side. It's more for experts, but I think that it's worth the time and energy that you spend on making this theme. And so I played around with blue, orange, and green, and this theme is so full of life. I love it so much. If you don't want to spend your time drawing all of this and you want to recreate this theme, I actually have these stickers up on my shop that I'm going to link down below in the description if you want to buy them from me, because this theme took a lot of energy to do and the stickers do it fine. So yeah, if you want to have these stickers, just grab them on my shop. This is a lot of work for a theme, I admit, but the outcome is so good that I feel like it's worth it in the end. Next theme idea is Pastel Bears. So I actually also have these stickers up on my shop if you'd like to check them out, the Pastel Bears stickers. June is my birthday month, so I always try to do a fun and colorful theme for my birthday month, and this time I decided to draw something digitally and actually cut stickers and use them in my bullet journal. And I love the outcome of these Pastel Bears. It's more of a rainbow theme, but I feel like it looks so good and it's so cute. I love this theme so much. It's a bunch of rainbow pastel bears just playing around in my bullet journal, and I added some clouds up here, and I have a frame around the pages, so it feels like it tells a story, and I really like how this theme turned out. It's another theme that it's full of color and full of life, but it's worth it to spend like 5 hours doing this theme. You can always make these themes a bit more on the minimal side and not draw as much, but you know, if you want to have fun with your themes, definitely try a more heavy one. Next theme idea is kind of like interior design with some flowers. So this was inspired by the Moonlight flower notebook therapy collection, I think that is called. They came out with a new collection and I just wanted to use the washi tapes and the stickers that they came out with for my theme, and that's what I did. I love doing grids in my bullet journal, as you can see, so I took advantage of the amount of stamp stickers that they had to create them in my bullet journal and to make them as posters for my pages. And this is basically looking at a wall, basically, in my bullet journal. So I had my mood and work tracker here that I just talked in my bullet journal page ideas here. I had my habit tracker and other memories page, my weekly spreads, and I just played around with a bunch of stickers to make this as an interior design, like living room type of thing. In my bullet journal, and I think it turned out so cute. It's really fun and heavy, but it looks so good. The next theme idea is another classic autumn one, and it's mushrooms and leaves. So I did this theme for September 2021, and it's just a simple theme, and it's kind of like an upgrade of the first bullet journal theme that I've ever did that I showed you at the beginning of this video, because I have the mushrooms down here and I have the tree and the leaves floating around the page. And even though I really enjoyed doing this theme, it was, I think, a bit basic and it was very doodly, and for me, I just don't like these types of themes, but I really enjoyed that it was simple and that the colors really worked well together. So I have my mood tracker here that I didn't finish, and this is another reality of bullet journal. I sometimes don't finish my pages just because I forget, or the month just goes by really quickly and I just don't update them on time. And it's totally okay, so don't feel bad if you don't update your bullet journal all the time. And I have a habit tracker here and the mood tracker, a productivity, sleep, and stress tracker right here. I don't do these a lot, but you know, it depends a lot on the month. And then I have my weekly spreads. This is the confusing weekly spread that I did, but I really enjoyed the idea of having the daily logs hanging from trees, so that's what I did. And I just did a bunch of leaves and mushrooms all around these pages. And then I here changed the layout a little bit, but it's basically the same thing. But in this layout, I actually had more space for my daily logs. The next theme idea is for November 2021 and is a Gothic Moonlight theme. So I actually drew this moth in pen, and then I just glued it down to my bullet journal, and I used a lot of the Moonlight Spells stickers and washi tapes from Notebook Therapy, a lot of sparkles around the page, a lot of moons and stars, and I also used some craft paper for this theme, and it's actually one of my favorites because it's really my style. It's really black and white and elegant, and I loved making this theme. So I had my cover page with a little calendar, personal and business tasks, habit tracker here, and I actually used the little squares of craft paper for individual habit trackers, a quote page right here, and a memories page, my weekly spread. This weekly spread was not really a weekly spread, as you can see. It was more just like a rolling down daily log page where I would just write the title of the day and just do the tasks, and at the end of the day I would write the name of the day for the next day and just put everything on the page. And this way I was actually reusing the space that I had in the pages and not really have physical blocks for each day on the page. I am a huge fan of these types of weekly logs, just because it's sometimes easier to do weekly spreads this way instead of having specific blocks on the page for each day. The next theme idea is December 2021, and it's a picnic tablecloth. So I actually did this theme for December because I wanted something fun yet Christmas related, and I thought of a picnic tablecloth, those red ones, to do as the background for my December theme. I would do this theme a bit differently nowadays, but I really like how I played with the background and I did everything on top of it. So it looks like the background is one thing and then I'm just gluing things on top of it. So I did that for everything. Everything here is a sticker on top of the background. I'm not a fan of having to like draw the little things like this. to just not touch the design of the page. I prefer to do this for the entire page and then just stick the things on top. Call it a life hack for bullet journaling, but that's what I prefer to do. This way the lines look really straight and uniform, and you don't have lines that finish here, if that makes sense. It's a lot of like the same thing, but I feel like with different stickers and more washi tapes it would look better, but at the time I just didn't want to do that, and I kept the minimalistic style of the theme as it was. The next theme idea is for January 2022, and this one is more on the minimalistic side, but I really wanted to also include themes that were more simple and easy to do instead of just doing hardworking and colorful themes. For this theme, I just chose a bulkier fine liner and a black brush pen, and I used some stickers that I had laying around of just line art plants and shrooms and stuff. And I created this theme. I don't really have a name for it besides being very minimal, but I really enjoyed doing this theme because I really wanted to clear my head for the new year, and so I really wanted a theme that would make me feel calm and at ease, and minimalistic themes like this do the trick for me. So here's another reason why to not do very colorful themes and just go with the flow and what you feel like it will help you to have a better and productive life for a specific month. I did this extremely simple minimal theme for January, but it was really what I needed. And of course that you can paint these and use another color instead of black. You can use literally every color you want and do different designs here, or even draw or other stickers. That does the trick for you, but don't feel like you have to do extra hard bullet journal themes in your bullet journal to just really make it count. I love doing minimal themes like this, and it's totally okay to not finish pages once again, but if you want a more minimal theme, feel free to do it, because sometimes you really need a break from all that creativity every month. Next up, I have a different theme idea for you, which is to do a theme inspired by a washi tape collection or a sticker collection that just came out. So I did this theme based on a collection from Notebook Therapy that came out in, I think, April 2022. I really liked the little bunnies and the purple flowers and the leaves and the different orange accents, so I just decided to create a theme based on those stickers and washi tapes, and that works out really well for me. I was doing very simple layouts here, but I was still trying to incorporate the different washi tapes and stickers that they released. And sometimes making a theme inspired by a set or a collection from your favorite stationery shop is really fun, because everything that you can use, it's in there, and you don't have to overthink about the things that you're doing or that you're using in your bullet journal. What they release is what you can add to it. So that's exactly what I did, and it turned out so cute. So they had different washi tapes and washi stamps here, and I just picked up the different colors from the set and I created my pages for my May theme. My next theme idea for your bullet journal is books. This one I did for June 2022, and this was actually a collaboration with the Seasonal Pages. They sent me this huge sticker, and their shop is all about books. So I created an actual book theme in my bullet journal, and I used some book pages here, some washi tape, and some grid paper, and I just had a lot of fun creating these pages. This is a theme that I would do again, and I would do more on the scrapbooking side, but I really like how this theme turned out, and it's just playing around with washi tapes and stickers, and it turns out really cute. My next theme idea for you to try in 2025 is a blackout theme. So as you know, Notebook Therapy has black page bullet journals. I have one, but I never used it for everything in my bullet journal. I just used for this theme in particular for October 2022. And I basically took out those pages and I stick them into my white page bullet journal, and I created a blackout theme where I would do everything in white, and I would add different white stickers and pages and washi tape, and I used a very good white pen to do my titles. This was a more gothic Halloween-ish theme that I did, and I really like how it turned out, and I really like how simple yet complicated and fun this theme is. And yeah, if you don't like writing the actual letters, I actually just printed the title here and I put them here because it was not turning out good. And for here, I actually just ripped out the entire section and I glued it to my bullet journal so I could make the weekly spread logs with the actual pages below it. It's another idea for you to try in your bullet journal. Another theme idea that I have for you is all about like camping and the coziness of camping in the winter time. This theme was inspired by several stickers that I had related to camping, and as you can see I have several camping things here, but it was also inspired by like the warm weather that you feel inside your home in comparison with the cold weather that it's outside. So this is my theme for November 2022, and I used a lot of book pages and different stickers from sticker sheets that I had laying around, and I played a lot with the different browns and grays that I had for this color palette, and I created this beautiful cozy camping theme. Next theme idea is the ocean. So for this one, I actually didn't paint the ocean waves. This is a washi tape from Notebook Therapy, but feel free to paint in your bullet journal if you want to. I actually just painted this section right here, but if you want to paint the waves in your bullet journal, I highly recommend because I know that they will turn out really good. But this is an ocean theme that I did for January 2024, and for me January is mostly blue for me because it's the beginning of the year and it's my favorite color, and I created this beautiful pages for January, and I really like how it turned out. And again, I just took some washi tape and I cut down the stickers and I used this one for the bottom to look like water, and it's just a simple theme but it looks amazing. And these were my weekly spreads, a bit on the busier side, but I really like how they were looking with all the holographic stickers. They would look pretty nice. I did use different washi tapes for the titles, and then here I just used a normal fine liner, and I really like how it turned out. So pretty. I really like this theme, and it's another way of reusing, or in this case using washi tape that you would think would never use. Sometimes you just have to create a theme with them and use them in a different way. And the next theme idea is when you don't really have a particular theme in mind, but a color palette in mind, and this one is warm tones. So for this March theme of 2024, I just used a bunch of warm tones papers and stickers that I had at home from my warm tone grab bag that I sell in my shop. And with a warm tone grab bag, you can actually recreate this theme if you want to, because everything that I use in here is included on those grab bags. But I created this theme based on the different shades of orange, red, yellow, and brown, and that's what a warm tones theme is basically those four colors mixed around to create a beautiful theme. And I use different papers, washi tapes, stickers, some ephemera, even sticky notes to create this theme, and it just turned out so cute. I love yellow themes, so this one was a win for me. And those are all the ideas that I have for you in this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like this video so you don't miss part 2 of the 50 theme ideas for 2025. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what theme was your favorite in the comments below, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys!